Good afternoon. Today we're starting a new unit in math, and it is all about measurement. It's going to be fun. We're going to be looking at T 4.8, which says, I can identify and convert customary measurements for length in inches, feet, yards, and miles. Now that sounds like a mouthful. All it means is, do you know what an inch is? Do you know what a foot is? Do you know what a yard or a mile is? And then convert just means to change it. We can change inches to feet because we know that 12 inches equals 1 foot. I'm sure you've seen one of these before. We can even change feet to yards, yards to miles, miles to inches. I don't know why you'd want to do that. That's a lot of inches, but we can do it. So that's all they're talking about when they say convert, is we're going to be changing it. First, let's work on the identify part. Do you know what an inch is? Give me a thumbs up, because I'm sure you do. Now take your thumb and bend it like this. And you'll see, if we take my thumb and we measure it from the knuckle to the tip of my finger, it's about 1 inch long. That's pretty cool. Now I'm an adult, so mine's a little bit bigger, but yours might be a little bit smaller, but it's a good estimation. If I needed to measure and I couldn't find a ruler, I could use my thumb to measure in inches. That's kind of cool. Another thing that's about 1 inch long is one of these things. You recognize it, it's a unifix cube. So if we take it and we measure, now we want to be careful when we use these rulers, because I see the line for 0 is not at the end of the ruler. So when we look here, we want to make sure if it's at the end of the ruler, we're not going to measure right, or if it's past the end, or if it's over here. We want to make sure to line that unifix cube up exactly with the 0. Sometimes you got to check it again, make sure that you got it perfectly lined up. And we see that unifix cube is about 1 inch long. So that's cool. I could use these for an estimate also if I needed to. Now we know that a foot is 12 inches. It's as long. But what else is about a foot long? You have these in your desks. It's a nice folder. And if you measure the folder, again, I'm going to look real carefully to make sure I line it up. I want it straight, and I want it lined up with a 0 on the edge here. Whoops, I bumped it, so I got to check again. Make sure it's lined up with 0. We see our folder is almost 1 foot long. And another cool thing that is exactly 1 foot long, something you use every day. Yep, you, ladies and gentlemen, are looking at our floor tiles. Now, these tiles, the normal measurement for tiles is 1 foot or 12 inches. There are bigger tiles and smaller tiles, but the regular ones are just 12 inches. So if I line up my 0 here, I can see very perfectly that that floor tile is exactly 12 inches. So next time you're in the store and you wonder, am I 6 feet away from those people in front of me? Look down at your feet. If they have tiles there, you can count. 6 feet would be 6 tiles. So you'll very easily know if you are 6 feet away from a person or not. Now we started with a little inch. We went on to a foot, which is a ruler, about that big. The next big measurement when it comes to customary measurements is a yard. A yard is 3 feet. This is called a yardstick because it's a stick that's a yard long. Mine is actually a little bit more than a yard because we see it has 39 inches. A yard is here at 36 inches. So this is a yardstick, 36 inches or 3 feet long. Now you're asking me, Miss Raymond, what in my life is about 3 feet long? Do you know any 2-year-olds? 2-year-olds are usually about 3 feet tall. Now just look at my thumb and how our thumbs are all different sizes. 2-year-olds are different sizes too. So that's just an estimate. But if you know a 2-year-old, then they're about 3 feet tall. There's something in our classroom that is exactly 3 feet. Yes, you are looking at our door. And if we go and measure our door, it is exactly 36 inches or 3 feet wide. So that's pretty cool too. That gives you an idea of how big 3 feet is. It's as wide as a classroom door. Now, not all doors are exactly 3 feet, but approximately 3 feet. So we went from an inch to a foot to a yard, which is our door, our next measurement of customary units is a mile. I can't fit a mile in here. I'm just going to have to show you a picture on my computer of what a mile is. And here you see a map. Now, obviously, this is not a mile long because it's even less than a foot long, this blue line is. But what this map is showing is that we start here at Reeses Creek Elementary School, and we get in our car and we drive, and we turn, H-E-B and McDonald's are over here, but if we turn away from them and drive down the road, we're going to take a stop here at the stoplight at Tremere. We go across right here to Sonic. Yum, yum. I'm hungry. It's about dinner time. And it's right by Galaxy's Car Wash, too. That is exactly 1 mile from our school. So you see why I couldn't fit it in the classroom, because I can't fit all that road and everything in there in our classroom. It's just too big, because a mile is 5,280 feet. Can you believe it? So ladies and gentlemen, we use these customary units of measurement, inches, feet, yards, and miles, to figure out how big things are, how long they are, how wide they are. I hope you have a great day and happy measuring.